Good morning and welcome to Unity of Tustin. I would like to ask you to silence your cell phones before we get started. Unity is an open-minded, welcoming church. We believe in one God, many paths. We're glad you're here today. My name is Kim Manning, and I am the board treasurer. And we have today for our musician, we have Jamie Lula. Thank you, Jamie. And we have Craig Stephen Phillips doing our service today. I have a little update. We like to give a little board update of what's going on. We had this $200,000 grant. It's a federal grant, and it's a security grant, Homeland Security, but it's for security. And so you may have noticed new lighting in the parking lot, and then there's some lower lights around the edge. So that is like one of the first phases of our project. And then we're also going to be doing like some locks and fencing and some more lighting in the gardens. So it's, it's really nice. We'll have some light at nighttime. Yay. And I think that's it. So I would like to invite Jamie to do the congregational song. Thank you.
Good morning, y'all. So this is one of my songs. It's actually a Floyd Lula song, wrote with Gary Lynn Floyd. And the lyrics will be up on the screen, and hopefully you'll pick it up. Oh Lord, I'm grateful, so very thankful. I feel a blessing, divine caressing. I am so grateful, so very thankful. My soul's addressing the prayers I'm dancing. When I wake up, I pray, how can I serve today? I surrender all confusion. I live in humanhood, no one's misunderstood. We are all a holy union. We are one holy human. We are one holy union. We are one holy human union. We are one holy human. We are one holy union. We are one holy human union. And now that you've got it, here we go. Oh Lord, I'm grateful, so very thankful. I feel a blessing, divine caressing. I am so grateful, so very thankful. My soul's addressing the prayers I'm dancing. When I wake up, I pray, how can I serve today? I surrender all confusion. I live in humanhood, no one's misunderstood. We are all a holy union. Come on, y'all. We are one holy human. We are one holy union. We are one holy human union. We are one holy human. We are one holy union. We are one holy human union. One more time. We are one holy human. We are one holy union. We are one holy human union. We are one holy human. We are one holy union. We are one holy human union.
Amen, Jamie. Oh, that was great. What a nice wake-up song and putting us all together in one congregation, in one facility here. Happy Father's Day. I want to make sure I say that to all the fathers out there. And my name is Bonnie Gosline. It's my honor to be your prayer chaplain here today and also your platform assistant. So the first thing that we do as we open our service is to light the Christ candle. So join with me for just a moment in a bit of open-hearted love and reflection for those who have guided us, that have come here in the male form. And so Jesus also was male. So let him be like our Father today at this very moment. The Daily Word, June 18th, 2023. Today I bless and give heartfelt thanks to my father and the men who were fatherly figures to me. Their protecting presence, wise guidance, and caring instruction have helped me make the person I am today. I bless my father and those who shared a father's love and care with prayers and appreciation for my memories throughout the seasons of my life. Through good times and bad, I see God expressing through my father and the men who have showed me fatherly love. I bless them with prayers of gratitude, affirming they know the love and care of God as they have shown it so generously and so faithfully to me. And from Ephesians 6:4, and fathers, do not provoke your children to anger, but bring them up in the discipline and instruction of the Lord. And so it is. Thank you.
Grateful to be here this morning. This is a song that I wrote for my son. Just doing that Father's Day. Just trying to pass something along. Take my hand, son, I'm on your journey for a little while, as we witness the sunrise and sunset. The moments in between them will shine. There's mountains reaching for heaven and rolling hills that gently rise. Oceans and rivers and deserts and roads that rumble in perfect time. I will be here just as I am, right here, right now, giving more than I take, leaving love in my wake, right here, right now. Leave the place a little bit better, oh, right here, right now. Right here, right now. Take a walk with me, son, on a path well worn. You don't have to choose. A familiar road might lighten your load. Either way you can't lose. Red roses, violets, and daisies, and lilies of the field toil not. City, suburbs, or country, find what you want. Be happy with what you've got. I can be here just as I am, right here, right now, giving more than I take, love in my wake right here, right now. Leave the place a little bit better, oh, right here, right now. Right here, right now. You may feel up, you may feel down, it doesn't matter. Oh, it's what you do with where you are that makes things better. Oh, you can be here just as you are, right here, right now. Giving more than you take, leave love in your wake, right here, right now. Leave the place a little bit better, oh, right here, right now. Oh, you can be here just as you are, right here, right now. Give more than you take, leave love in your wake, right here, right now. Leave the place a little bit better, oh, right here, right now. Oh, right here, right now. Oh, right here, right now. Right here, right now.
Right here, right now. Close your eyes and feel your presence right here, right now. Feel your body sitting in your chair right here, right now. Feel the breath flowing into the body right here, right now. If the mind is active with lots of thoughts, notice that your thinking is happening right here, right now. Your presence is here and now. God's presence is here and now. This morning before I came across these words from Thich Nhat Hanh that I'd like to read as the prayer this morning. A perfect prayer for the song that we just heard, a perfect prayer for Father's Day. Listen deeply. Have you offered your presence to the person you love today? Are you so busy that you cannot be there for that person? If you are a father or a mother or a partner, generate your own presence, because that is the most precious gift you can offer another. You know how to generate your own presents. So now you can make a gift of it to the one you love. This is something very practical. It is easy to do. It costs nothing. And it can be done very quickly with one mindful breath. You do not have to practice for years to see the results. 1 minute will do. So you should put what you have learned into practice right away. Your dear ones are waiting for you.
There's my boy in a bucket in the backyard under the sun. He's got his head down looking in the water just to see what he'll find. It won't take too long till he's off to search for somebody else. I'm gonna pay close attention to the moment just to see for myself. I'm not waiting for the time to be right. I'm gonna give that boy my life like I've never known myself. I can't go back to where I've never been. There's always a choice, I'm choosing him. I'm so happy with my baby boy, and my wife, she bring me love and joy. I'm so grateful, grateful, I am so grateful, grateful. There's a woman in my bed with a past that I recognize. It's not mine, but I know where she's been and I realize we got together for a reason and I just can't run away like I did in the past. Now I made a commitment to stay. I'm not waiting for the time to be right. I'm gonna give that girl my life like I've never known myself. I can't go back to where I've never been. There's always a choice, I'm choosing them. I'm so happy with my baby boy, and my wife, she bring me love and joy. I'm so grateful, grateful, I am so grateful, grateful. Oh Lord, won't you help me to be the man that you intended to see. I've fallen down for so long, now I stand in your grace. I know that you were the spark in my step and light on my face. I am so grateful, grateful, I am so grateful, grateful, I am so grateful, grateful, I am so grateful, grateful.
So as we come to meditation, for some of you, meditation is already happening. If you're present here, with no expectation, allowing this moment to be as it is, meditation is happening. And in this meditation this morning, let's follow this song that we just heard, a meditation of gratitude. Let's open to a great gratitude. Let your body be very, very still for a moment, feeling a gratitude that you've given yourself the time to come here this morning and rest. As you feel your body becoming still, feel a deep gratitude for, again, the breath that is flowing into your body without you having to do anything to make it happen. Breathe open. And as we feel the breath this morning, feel as if you have an opening right in the middle of your chest and you can draw your breath right into the space of your heart. See what you find there this morning. What's your predominant feeling as you sit this morning? If there's any heaviness in the heart, any sadness, depression, grief, just breathe it out for now. Let it go. Feel that each in-breath is creating a space in your heart for gratitude. And I invite anybody that wishes to bring your right palm up to make contact with your heart this morning, right in the center of your chest. You can also put your hands together in a prayer position with the back of your hands touching the heart. But just make contact with the heart as you breathe into the heart. And today as we breathe, let's feel that the breath is infused with a great sense of gratitude. And today we're going to, first of all, breathe gratitude to your Father, your earthly Father. Or if you had a problem with your father, breathe your breath to someone that was a father figure for you. Somebody who embodied those fatherly qualities and perhaps influenced you to carry those qualities in your own life. Feel that person in your heart. See them there and breathe love, breathe gratitude to them. On your out-breath, you might repeat the internal thank you. And feel that gratitude flowing through the field of your being. Feel it radiate through your body into the field around you, as if you're radiating gratitude. And now feel that presence of that person dissolve into your heart. And as we breathe in again, get a sense of breathing gratitude for this beautiful community that you were sitting with this morning doing your spiritual practices. In Buddhism, the community is called Sangha. Breathe the breath of gratitude into the heart for your Sangha, your community. Notice as you sit this morning that you are not alone. Feel the person sitting on your right and left, in back of you, in front of you perhaps. Feel the presence of every person that is here with you this morning doing their spiritual practices. And breathe gratitude to each one for being here with you this morning. As you breathe out, again, the internal thank you, as that gratitude flows through the field of your being. And as we feel the community in our heart this morning, the Sangha, breathe the breath of gratitude into the heart for God, the Tao, the divine presence that is giving you your life and your breath at this moment. Breathe gratitude to that you are. Feel it. As you breathe out again, the wordless thank you internally flowing through your being. Thank you. Feeling that gratitude, listen for a few moments. Listen to the presence that's here with us, that is you and around you. Listen to the silence. As you draw your next in-breath, repeat these words to yourself. Breathing in, I have arrived. Breathing out, I am home. Breathing in, I have arrived. breathing out, I am home in the Sangha. As I do every time that I'm here, I invite everyone to rest. Rest in this openness as I say a few Dharma words. You know, so often we delineate meditation from the rest of life. Meditation is continual if you wish it to be. It means you stay present to what is happening here. And when you go off in your mind, even those of you that may open your eyes, and you start thinking about your brunch later, it's going to be pretty good, I'm sure. Or you start thinking about something that someone said to you yesterday, or some problem you have at work. Just know in that moment, you have gone away from here. You've lost your life. Literally. In that moment, you wake up and you come back. Where do you come back to? Here and now, thank you. Presence. Is there anything else to understand? No. If you're here, you know it's everything. It's all here. Your happiness, God, joy, it's not waiting for you in the future when you do more or go more or get more. When you relax all of that and just rest here, fulfillment happens, doesn't it? I see a lot of fulfillment here today. Amazing. Just from resting in your being right here. You will not find this rest in the business of your mind. Have you noticed? What you find there is confusion and chaos and suffering. But in a moment, you can wake up and come back to your breath and to this eternal present moment. Notice I said eternal. You might continue to notice as I speak for a little bit that you never leave the now, ever. It's always now. Here's what those wise ones found when they really woke up to this truth. They found God here. They found the flow of the Tao. It's nowhere else. You're sitting in it. You are it. For those of you here this morning that think you just got to figure something else out about yourself, I invite you to drop that illusion. In the dropping of the thinking that you have to figure something else out about your life, you will find freedom. But you have to mean it. Many of you have gone through a lot of suffering in your life where you've dropped that story. You've realized the illusion that the future doesn't hold the fulfillment that you think it will. And in that, you drop here and now and you come home. Notice. And in this coming home, you find what you've always looked for. God, the Tao, Buddha, nature. It's all pointing to the same thing. It's here. Are you willing to rest? The wise Greek philosopher Aesop said, "A man is known by the company he keeps." In Proverbs it says, "Keep company with the wise and you will become wise." If you make friends with stupid people, you will be ruined. This coming together with people, as we've done this morning, as I pointed out in meditation, the Buddha considered what we're doing here this morning the most important facet of an enlightened life. He said that the path is like a stool that you sit on, and it has 3 legs to support you. The first is meditation. We've done that today. Many of you are still doing that. I see. Notice that you can meditate and still hear me. In fact, probably hear me better. Relaxed in the openness of your being, your Buddha nature, you hear me. The second leg of the stool is Dharma. That's what I'm doing right now. Dharma is the teachings of truth. The highest Dharma is silence. Do you hear it? Truth. I've said this before. In Buddhism, this word Dharma is very, very powerful. The great teachers that I've been lucky enough to be with weren't interested in sharing their beliefs with people. They weren't about giving you more information or more beliefs or theories. They were about the truth, pointing to the truth, undeniable truth, such as this truth: there's only now. That's truth. Eternally, you will be present in the now, if you wish. Even when you're not here and you're in your mind thinking about your problems, you're still doing that now. That's Dharma. That's truth. The third is what we're doing here now. Gather together in community. Even those of you that have your eyes closed still, I invite you to reach out and feel the people around you today. Notice again that you're not alone. Notice that you can do that. Your presence can go back and feel the person in back of you. It can feel the person on your right and left, the person ahead of you. It can feel the space around you. This is the space of community. Notice that you're not doing your spiritual practices alone today. And by the way, aren't we lucky? We got all 3 in one go. It's not like you fathers have to think, well, I got that brunch, but later on I got to do the Dharma. Later on I got to meditate, or later on I got to do Sangha. I'll call up a few friends. No, you get all three here in the spiritual community. That's Sangha. Thich Nhat Hanh, the great Zen master that I read from today, that very simply, Sangha is the group or the community you come together with to do your spiritual practices. Please breathe this in. There is no other requirements to be part of a true Sangha. Do you feel it? Even those of you that come here, and you come occasionally on a Sunday or so, and you may, want to slip in the back unnoticed. Well, I'm not really part of this community because I just like whoever the teacher is that day, or I like the music. I'm just going to be back here, and I'm just going to get what I can, and then I'm going to slip out, right? Well, I was there once. I've been there. I know what that feels like. But what I later learned from being a part of a couple of really powerful sanghas, just the act of your presence being here this morning, sorry, you're part of the community. For sure. Those of you that are like what I described, and please know I'm not judging, I've been there. You might notice why you like to come here on Sunday, or why you like to come join us on Wednesday for meditation. Here's what I hear a lot from people in the Tao tribe, and maybe some of you have this experience too. I just heard this from my dear friend John Claude a couple of weeks ago. But I said to John Claude, and I know he won't mind me saying this because I've said this. Many people that we meditate with have said this over the years. They're sitting there, we have a profound meditation as we are doing now. And John Claude said, he goes, he said, there's just something about sitting with other people. He had to try to find the words for the deepening that went on because he was aware that it was partly because of the community he was sitting with here. 12 or 14 people here in the sanctuary, some people on Zoom that were very deep in meditation. When you ramp your own light up and come in here, you impact everybody in this room. And when we do that together, that is Sangha. This is why so many of you report that your meditations are deeper when you sit with others. Isn't it true? Yeah. I hear this all the time. You know what? This doesn't happen to me at home. And you know what I say? Me either. And I still sit at home. Jesus said it this way. These are some of my favorite words from the Master. Where two or more are gathered in my name, there I am in the midst of them. Do you feel that today? If you don't, close your eyes and take a breath. The Holy Spirit is your breath. The Christ consciousness is here. And by the way, Jesus wasn't talking about him as a man. If that was true, this would not have been true beyond his lifespan. But he was speaking from the impersonal oneness with God called the Christ. By the way, he was clear, you are all that. All of you are that. And by tuning into that divine presence, we become one with that presence. And when we are in the company of others in Sangha, we realize that our neighbors are that too. The people that we do our service with are that consciousness, that awareness. They are also divine. And we come together in Sangha to celebrate that, don't we? So for those of you that do come here thinking that you're just slipping in and out and you're not really part of this community, you just like to come do the meditation or whatever, you're part of the community. You know why? Because you're bringing your presence here for us. You make a difference. Again, when I'm on my own, meditation is beautiful. It's deep. It's still profound through practice. But if I add one person to that, I have that experience lately with my beloved. We do a meditation together every morning. That's how we start our day. We both agree. It's 200 times bigger than sitting alone. And then we come here on Wednesday and it's even more big. I come here on Sunday, it's even bigger. And it reaches those people on Zoom and they're sitting in it, right? This is the power of your spiritual community. This is why the Buddha said it is the most important facet of your life. Again, if you had told me this 20 years ago, I would have definitely said meditation. I didn't want anything to do with other people. I'm being honest. It was because I had my own insecurities. I had my own stuff that I went through when I would get around a community. But here's what I began to realize, and this is what Thich Nhat Hanh and other great teachers talk about. There's another side to this coin that I'm pointing at today. And that is for those of you that come here and you may feel a little insecure, or you may feel like you don't want to dive in and do any service, or even those of you that are doing service, right? It's true. You might do service with someone and you find out who you're doing service with and you go, oh no, not them. So you're laughing because it's true. I've been there. Oh my God. I'm going to be in the kitchen with them today? Oh, I got to hear that whole thing. Right? Isn't it true? Oh, I got to get on the phone with them. I wonder how long that'll take. What is that saying about you? What is it bringing out in you? And this is what Sangha does for us too. Sangha brings out those parts of us that we don't want to look at, right? The insecurities, the judgments, whatever that is. We get the opportunity to have that come into the light in a safe space and let it go. I got news for you. What I learned, it's never about the other person, ever. It's always us that's carrying that stuff. If I have a judgment, the judgment is in me. Isn't it true? You know, Byron Katie says that's the end of all drama. If we just see what I just pointed at, and by the way, we'll be studying Byron Katie coming up in September in the spirit groups and what we're going to be doing, the work, as it's called. Very excited about that. But all of these stories and beliefs that we have about others is nothing more than the projection of our own insecurities, our own mind. Right? Life happens to you from the inside out. So that person that shows up and there they are and you've got the afternoon with them to plan something or do some service here and you're going, oh, this is going to be a long day. No, maybe it'll be the best day of your life. Maybe you'll actually start to see this person for who they are, right? And they'll see you in that way, right? So this is another aspect of power that the Sangha gives us. There are those of you that may come here and try to avoid other people because you've had some trauma with them. I'm speaking from experience in my past Sanghas. No one here now, but in the past. You may look at that. At least you're here. There are people that fall away from spiritual communities because that trauma is so deep, they don't even want to deal with it anymore. I understand that. I really, really do. But there is still value to be gotten from sitting with others and doing your practices, coming here and basting and resonating in this divine energy that we're sharing this morning, isn't there? So the last facet of Sangha that I will talk about today, and by the way, this is the first time that I've ever given a Dharma talk simply on community. But it really has become important for me in my gratitude for the Tao tribe and for the unity community that I get to sit with. You know, there's such a transformation that goes on when we sit together. And I'm so grateful for that. That's where the real work happens, our ability to sit still and drop our judgments. Right? So, this last facet has to do with the outer world and how we carry ourselves in the world. This is something that I like to address every time I'm here, at least a little bit. All of you are keenly aware that we are moving through a very challenging time collectively right now. I don't need to tell you that. Even if you don't follow the news, humanity is, dare I say it, we are on the brink. Many of you know that. And it's spurring you to do your spiritual practices. Because as I said, when you do your meditation and your spiritual practices, you carry that light to your family, to your coworkers, to the people that you meet on the streets. Very few of us here are going to have any kind of karma to affect the collective in Washington or overseas. That's just a fact. Not many of us are going to have the karma to be Mother Teresa or Steve Jobs, right? It's just a fact. But that does not discount the great power we have to carry this light into our day-to-day interactions, to the Sangha of our family and those that surround us. One of the things that we can do with people is share, as Thich Nhat Hanh says. We don't put our head in the sand. We acknowledge that the people we meet, and maybe us, we are suffering greatly right now. Do you feel it? And inside, there is that sense when I meet people and interact with people that people are overwhelmed by the world right now. And it's not just the collective and the uncertainty that's going on there. It is what is going on in our individual lives. I know in this Sangha right now, there are people grieving loved ones that they've lost recently. There are people that I know in this Sangha who are going through cancer, who are facing death. There are people who have lost their jobs, that don't know where their next nickel's going to come from. They're going through a divorce, or their relationship is on the brink. Maybe they're on the outs with their siblings or their children. These challenges appear to be growing to me, exacerbating. There is a quickening in this. There is an impulse that is being born in everyone to wake up from the dramas of this world. The impulse is to come home to what we are. Eckhart Tolle has said it has to be this way, because if we do not feel this impulse and answer it, we are not going to survive. We're not going to make it. And of course, then he goes on to say, well, nothing will have been lost. Whatever ground we've made in our evolution of consciousness will continue throughout the cosmos. And of course, that's true, right? We don't want to fall into despair about this. We want to remain light. And so I brought a teaching about this today, what we're facing, and about the power that community has to assist us in meeting this very real sense of overwhelm. I know that some of you are on the brink or in despair. I know this. When you come here, you don't want pie in the sky answers. What you want to hear is, I see you. I know that despair. I know the suffering that we're going through right now. Here's the teachings. And here's the practices you can do. Number one, to get relief from it, like a balm on a sore. And then after the balm, you can actually do these practices so that you can wake up, so that you can actually be able to move through these challenges with grace and power and courage and joy. That might not be possible at first, but the fact that you're here today doing these practices, you have them available to you. And these can be the greatest source of relief. That was my story, for years, if I look back. Meditation and the practices I did, they gave me relief, at least a little bit, for a brief time from the madness in my mind. My experience is the madness in the mind is only growing now. This is only exacerbating, right? Many of you feel that. There's a call home. What will we do? So I'd like to read a teaching today that I find very comforting. I know my friend Beverly, Fabienne, those of you that are in the Tao tribe, John Claude, you've heard me read this teaching before. I read this about once a year. It's been a little longer than that this time, so I may have even read this at Unity a couple of years ago during a Dharma talk. And every time that I come back to this teaching, I take great comfort with the times that we're moving through and our personal challenges. I take comfort and I have a great gratitude in being able to come together with those in the teachings of truth and be together. Be together. Please listen to these words. This is from the Hopi prophecy. And this that I'm going to read is actually a commentary given about the Hopi prophecy by a wonderful man who passed away a few years ago named Thomas Ben Yaka, who was the keeper of the Hopi prophecy. That means he had actually read it. He knew where we were. He knew the perilous times that we were living in, right? The whole prophecy has not been revealed. It's said that it hasn't been revealed because humanity would have a difficult time with it, hearing these words. Kind of like what we hear about Fatima. That could do a whole Dharma talk on Fatima and the message that was given to Sister Lucy all those years ago. But anyway, the Hopi, of course, are a wonderful tribe that are in parts of Arizona, New Mexico, all through that area. And this commentary on the Hopi prophecy was actually given to one of my dear teachers, recently deceased, named Stephen Russell, my greatest Taoist mentor, who's now passed away. God bless you, Stephen. As far as I know, Stephen was the one that introduced this teaching to the West after it was given to him by Thomas Ben Yaka. You might close your eyes as a meditation and hear these words. I invite you to think about and look at where you're at in your life right now. Look at what's happening in the world right now. Feel that inside as you hear these words. We have been telling people that this is the 11th hour. It is time to speak your truth. Create your community. Be good to each other. And do not look outside yourself for the leader. There is a river flowing very fast now. It is so great and swift that there are those who will be afraid. They will try and hold on to the shore. They will feel that they are being torn apart and they will suffer greatly. Know that the river has a destination. The elders say that we must let go of the shore, push off and into the river, and keep our eyes open and our heads above water. See who is there with us and celebrate. At this time in history, take nothing personally, least of all ourselves. For the moment we do, our spiritual growth and journey comes to a halt. The time of the lone wolf is over. Gather yourselves. Banish the word struggle from your attitude and vocabulary. All that we do now must be done in a sacred manner and in celebration. We are the ones we have been waiting for. We are the ones that we have been waiting for. Sangha. Community. Your spiritual friends that you walk the path with each day, that support you in your awakening from the dream of separation. Just a few key lines as I wrap up my Dharma comments. There's so much in this commentary. The reminder from the Hopi is create your community. Well, here it is. Feeling a great gratitude for the community. And today, again, I'm speaking of the community of those that you do your spiritual practices with. Be good to each other. And do not look outside of yourself for the leader or authority. Please hear this. The Buddha said this quite clearly. You are the light you're looking for. Do not look to another human being, no matter how they appear to you, as having your answer. They do not. Your answer is within you. The Buddha said, be a light unto yourself, a lamp unto yourself, and shine that light into the world. No one has authority over you. No one. Use your own discernment. The river's flowing fast. We all know that. Life is moving and changing. Evolution is taking place. The commentary says, for those that continue to hold on to the shore, which is the past or security, the old ways, they will be torn apart and they will suffer greatly. Maybe some of you have felt that already. We hold on to what's familiar instead of pushing off into the shore, into the river, into this great flow of the Tao, and discover something new, something fresh, rebirth, continually reborn, moment by moment by moment. Know that the river has a destination. It's not happening chaotically or by chance. Keep your head above water. See who is there with us and celebrate. Celebrate. This is not a time for despair. It is a time for celebration with your Sangha as you look around in the middle of the river and you see there your community gathered with you. At this time in history, take nothing personally. Oh, if we just do that, take nothing personally. It's not a personal thing. People only reveal their own minds to you when they talk to you. It's not a personal thing. For the moment we take things personally, our spiritual growth and journey comes to a halt. Isn't it true? Now we're in the drama for a week or two, talking about that person or that thing and emailing people about it, and, there goes your spiritual growth. Once upon a time, I was so expanded, I was such a Buddha, and now that person, I may be a Buddha, but that person is not a Buddha, obviously. I need to point it out to them, right? Key words here. The time of the lone wolf is over. This is one of the reasons I read this today. Do you know what it means? For those of you that think you're still on a solitary path, this used to be me. Get up to the Himalayas and meditate in a cave, right? Be on my own, go out in nature as long as nobody's around me making noise. The minute a family and children come laughing and celebrating nature, oh my God, what are you doing? Can't you be silent here? Can't you see I'm meditating? Right? Even silent, I've done silent retreats. They're beautiful to go off on your own. I'm not saying you shouldn't do that. But this is not the time to focus on getting away. It's a time to come into society, be with your Sangha in the middle of the river, and give your light. Even if it's just being in your silence with people, so that they can take refuge in that and rest. That's the time for now, not the lone wolf. I love that imagery. Many of you have been lone wolves in your life. I certainly was. Not so much anymore, right? But I still appreciate that time, for sure. Gather yourselves. Banish the word struggle from your attitude and vocabulary. I would say also banish the word despair or doubt. Banish the words that say, what's happening now should not be happening in my life. No, it should be, because it is. It's there to wake you up. What if we were to assume that every single thing that happens to us is about one thing and one thing only? Waking you up. From my way of looking and the teachers that I revere, this is all they've said. When you start to look at life that way, life will become benevolent for you. You'll see everything and everyone as a teacher that's there for your spiritual awakening. Those of you that think you're on a spiritual path for anything other than spiritual awakening, I invite you to have another look today. What's your spiritual path about, really? Coming home, knowing who you are, oneness with God. Once you have that, you're free. Then people can do whatever they want. Life can happen as it happens. It doesn't affect you. You don't take it personally anymore. It's a play. It's a dream that's happening. And it's happening for your benefit. Those people that you judge in your family and in the community and so forth, whatever's happening in their life is the same dynamic. It's happening to them so it can get their attention and wake them up. It's like this. Come to. Come to. You're in the dream of your mind. Come. Wake up. Be alive again. That's all that happens here. Until we see that, it's just a big drama. Let me tell you what happened to me yesterday. Oh my God, I'll never forget it. That flat tire. Oh, right? I couldn't believe it. I was late for work. Not remembering that you missed the meeting with the boss that you don't like, right? Or whatever. It all works out the ways that it's supposed to, and it's for our benefit. Finally, all that we do must now be done in a sacred manner and in celebration. This is Sangha. Is this not the sacred manner we're sitting in now? Is there not celebration here in the teachings of truth, in the silence? Where else will we celebrate if not here? We're so lucky. The Buddha said, if you knew how fortunate you were to have found a spiritual community, you would be on your knees continually praising that you have found this ability to sit and relax with others and rest in the Tao, in the Buddha nature. And finally, we are the ones we have been waiting for. We haven't been waiting for somebody else to come and lead us. There's no politician in Washington that's going to do that. I got news for you. There's no spiritual teacher that has your answers. I don't care what their program is. They don't have the answers for you. The answers are inside us. We are the ones. This community that sits together in deep meditation, you found it. Or it found you, didn't it? Yeah? Celebrate that. And remember, this is the highest gift that you can be given, according to the Buddha. And who am I to argue with him? Okay, let's have a couple of moments just resting in that. Resting in the Dharma. We are the ones we've been waiting for. You're the one you've been waiting for. Feel the presence of every person that's here with you in the sanctuary today, and those at home on Zoom. and from the spiritual teacher Adyashanti these words. We are birthed into Sangha, into sacred community. It is called the world.
Thank you so much, Craig. So there is an affirmation in the daily word, and I think we didn't do that earlier because, frankly, I forgot. And so I think now's a good time. And the affirmation is, I bless my father and the men who have shown me fatherly kindness. And if you can repeat that with me, I bless my father and the men who have shown me fatherly kindness. In this Sangha, then. So now is the time that we welcome our first-time guests, both here in person and online, so welcome. We are so grateful that you have joined us today here at Unity of Tustin. We believe in many paths, one God, and our evolutionary purpose is to transform lives and inspire people to make a positive difference in the world. We are a community of all walks of life and would like you to know that whatever your background, we are glad you are here today and growing spiritually with us. The ushers have come forward. They have a flower for any of the people that are here for the first time in person. If you are here for the first time and comfortable doing so, we invite you to raise your hand so that we can recognize you. We have one over here. Very good. Welcome, welcome. Oh, so lovely. So now is the time for our love offering blessing and the receiving of the love offering. We take this moment to share our financial gifts with our ministry. The various ways to give are listed in the bulletin. We encourage everyone to make your giving automatic if you can. Our ministry and meditation gardens at Unity of Tustin exist because of your committed giving, and we are grateful for your faith and generosity, which literally does create the waves of grace that uplift us all. And Craig will lead us in a moment of offering.
So you can bring the offerings forward when you're finished there. So this goes along with what I shared today about Sangha community, the fact that this community exists, the Sangha continues to exist because of the offerings that we make, right? So we can all see how important that is. We all get so much out of being here together. Just give that appreciation and that joy in your offering, that the community may continue to thrive for many, many years to come. Huh? Yeah.
And our love offering blessing is, read with me please. Divine love as me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, and all that I give, and all that I receive. Thank you. And now we have another gift from our musician.
Well, that last song I had just went out the window based on your talk, so... We are the ones we've been waiting for. We are the love that we seek. We are the seeds we are sowing. We are the harvest we reap. Come on, y'all. Oh, we are the ones we've been waiting for. We are the love that we seek. We are the seeds we are sowing. We are the harvest. We are the harvest we reap. I am. Oh, I am that I am. Oh, I am that I am. We are the ones we've been waiting for. We are the love that we seek. We are the seeds we are sowing. We We are the harvest we reap. I am, oh, I am that I am. Oh, I am that I am. I am, oh, I am that I am. Oh, I am that I am. We are the ones we've been waiting for. We are the love that we seek. We are the seeds we are sowing. We are the harvest we reap. Come on, y'all. Oh, we are the ones we've been waiting for. We are the love that we seek. We are the seeds we are sowing. We are the harvest we reap. We are the harvest. We are the harvest we reap. One more time. We are the harvest we reap.
Oh my goodness. Thank you so very much. I just kind of have to sit in the joy of all of that, right? Woo!
Sing.
Well, welcome to Unity, huh?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
So let's see, where am I? I'm on closing announcements. Wanted to. Please join us for some good food and good connection after the service at the hospitality table. Our bookstore is open. Our Reiki practitioners with the green ribbon are available to provide Reiki, and our prayer chaplains will be at the entrance to the meditation garden to listen and to pray with you, and we hold all your prayers in confidentiality, and we wear the white ribbon, so I hope that you can take advantage of that. A couple of announcements. First, you got to look at the bulletin, because inside the bulletin we have our calendar. It's got everything in there that's coming up in the next couple of weeks. And, I try to point out those things that are just imminent coming up. And I thought, oh my gosh, they put them all here for the last 3 weeks of June. So please take a look at that, and that will keep you right involved with all of our activities here, and we are growing and thriving in our activities in our Sangha. Craig has his meditation class on Wednesday evening, 7:30 here at Unity of Tustin, and he is also online. Also, on the 24th, we have a class here that's very exciting. If you can come and see and participate with on the 24th, prayer workshop with Angela Montano. Okay, there are things to sign up for if you are interested. We are participating in the, thank you, Orange County Pride Parade. We have a booth there, and there are some openings to man the booth, or woman the booth, or people the booth, or Sangha the booth. So if you want to sign up, please do so on the table. So with that, I think, one moment. Say? Shara is, that's very big, and it's not on my list. Is it? Yes, well. Oh, July 2nd, okay. Okay, so we have a typo. So July 2nd, Reverend Shara's ordination celebration on Sunday, July 2nd. And it says that, but it's on Saturday, so. Okie dokie. Thank you so much. Yes, and that's very important because Shara is one of our spiritual leader ministry team, and we want to celebrate with her and hold that in special consciousness. I think we're ready for the prayer for protection. Here we go. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. Go forth and live it. Thank you.